Alright, hey guys, Manamu here. I've been on a streaming journey for around 5 months now, and I've been troubleshooting all that time. So I made this video for anyone who needs help with OBS or multi-streaming, okay? And my experience with all this is very, very limited, so don't expect to learn all the nitty-gritty because I just use what works, okay? And that's all you really need to start off. So if you're trying to find an intro to streaming type of video where it's like, how do I use OBS, yada yada, I might be able to help you. So let's go on and see what my setup looks like. Okay. I am displaying my sorry, not my stream, my monitor currently, okay? My display. That's the only thing that's available to view right now, okay? So, this is what you're basically capturing, okay? Whatever's in this window is what you're either streaming or recording. So right now I'm recording for you guys to see. But theoretically if you're streaming, this is the window where you would like refer to like, oh, what is everyone else seeing? This is what everyone else is seeing, okay? And these are scenes, so this is where I switch from like my camera, for example, here, and then my other scene if I want to do like an easy swap, right? Yeah, so how to set up scenes is you do it here, okay? Whatever you want to add, you'll add it down here, okay? And this is also how you add scenes here. So just the basics. What you're gonna need is browser. That doesn't capture your like browser page, for example. It's actually where you input links so it can show up on your stream. And that would be, for example, my alert box, which shows who follows and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and test one for you guys to see right now, okay? Oh, sorry. Okay, well, there you go. There's another lesson. You heard the alert, but you didn't see it. And I already added it. The thing is, I also hid it. So let me unhide it real quick. And let me actually test this, and now you guys can see it. See? This functions by a URL that you actually find on Streamlabs. So this is my Streamlabs thing, okay? And this is how you set it up. You connect your Twitch, connect it to your Streamlabs, okay? And then you set it up in your dashboard, right? You go to your alert box, and that's how you can manually like fix everything. See, this is where you add the GIF, this is where you change the message, your how long it stays on, and then also like the sound and sound volume and stuff like that. And don't forget to save it so that you can actually see it, because sometimes I would do this and then I wouldn't save it and it would be the same fucking thing that like nothing changed. That's probably why. So yeah, this is how I test it. Boom, right? You see this right here. So that's how you do that. And also it's like you can change your subscription notifications and stuff like that. See, mine looks like this, and it should work, right? Subscriptions. Is that what you see right here? Yes, it is. This is where you change it. So this is how you change it here. This is my presets, but most likely you would probably be using stock if it's their first time streaming, which there's a bunch for free that you can use. So don't worry about all that extra stuff in the beginning. Just focus on, I guess, having fun with it. There you go. Okay. So how this works is, to have that, you see right here, let's see, it says copy widget URL, right? That's where you would input into browser, and that's what browser is for. So you theoretically do this, hit browser, add the new one, because I already have it, so ignore this. Then you would copy paste it right here where the URL is, right? And then for that, of course, like these individual things that you add, you can manually like move it around and change the size to whatever you want. So you don't have to do it through the Streamlabs website itself. You kind of do that here. Okay. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. Yes, remove. And then my camera, is it this one? Oh, I guess I named it in NVIDIA, but it's actually just my regular camera. But yeah, so this is how you set up your camera, I guess. You would have to manually add it, do video capture device, okay? And then that's where you add your thing, and then this is what it pops up usually. And then you would either choose whatever is available. If it's not here, troubleshoot elsewhere, maybe unplug and plug it in again. Yeah, so you might, if you have any issues with that, I would just check the connection itself, because usually it would pop up and it should be here. What else? Window capture, this is where you pick stuff and then kind of display it, right? So you add window capture to put it in your sources, and then once it's in your sources, you can change your properties to whatever you want, right? And if I want to show what I just saw earlier, right? And if you don't see it, right, like I unhid it, theoretically you think you should see it, it's because it's behind, there's an order, right? So that could be also one issue. So for example, some people might put the camera under and be like, oh, where's my camera? It's not working. Well, you gotta put it in order, right? Whatever you want on top is gonna be on top here, right? Same order, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide this. Boom. Okay. And then yeah, me being able to show my screen right now is from display capture. So I'm also going to show you something, if you guys want to like crop it. I know some people have like trouble cropping things. Here, select it first, of course, and then you'll have it highlighted. People will have it shrink like this, and they'll be like, oh, but I want to like literally crop it, like crop stuff out. What you can do is hold Alt, right? Once you hold Alt, it's actually going to let you pull it and hide it. I know it looks a little weird just because it's like resizing it, but yeah, you can kind of like manually adjust it. I hide my taskbar just because I don't know. I think it just looks better. And then one trick is also you can do Control F to snap it back to the full size, right? Just automatically just like resize it for you, fit to screen, right? That's Control F. And then yeah, game capture. I think if you guys can follow what I said for everything else, it should be kind of easy. You can choose your window here. I don't use this. I think it's a little easier for me to use this. I don't know why. I just like looking at it like this. I wouldn't do capture any full screen application just because, for example, let's say you close your game while you're streaming, it might snap to a different application entirely, and you might not like have a choice, right? It's just gonna do it. And maybe on that application you have some sensitive information you don't want to show. So I do specific window. So anytime it kind of doesn't have anything to do it, it's just gonna show black, right? And then you have to manually change it yourself, which I would much rather do than the other way around. So yeah, that's my advice. I don't change anything here. I don't really touch any of the extra stuff, which is why I warned you guys it was gonna be basic. But yeah, for this part, I think that's it. This is your audio mixer. There should only really be two things here, which is your mic probably, and then your desktop audio. Okay, this is where you change the volume. Nothing's playing on my desktop right now, so there's no volume to change. But if I were to lower this, you might notice my voice is getting quieter and quieter, and maybe at some point you won't hear. And so yeah, this, I don't touch this at all. I've never touched this in my life, so I have no advice for you on that. Well, no, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, controls. This is what I use to start streaming, start recording. Right, it's over here. And this I don't think you'll probably have, but up here is also another thing that you might use. What I do, we're gonna go ahead and I can skip forward to MultiStream. I actually have plugins downloaded right now, so I have a Streamlabs plugin and a Stream Elements plugin. But I originally downloaded this. Don't really use it anymore. I use Stream Elements now because this helps me multi-stream. This is the thing that helps me multi-stream. So some people will probably want their chat here because I kind of have it on my second screen and I just have everything on this OBS so I can see what everyone else is seeing, be able to transition whatever I need to transition, and then also have like chat attached to it, and it's all in one window, and I just have it like propped up on my second monitor while I'm streaming, and then do whatever I need to do on my first monitor. Okay. So these are things called docs, right? This is, I think, technically a doc. I'm not entirely sure. I think these are docs, right? These little windows here, scene, sources, audio mixers, this controls, those are docs. Okay, so I think if you add Streamlabs and stuff like that, it'll show up here. Recent events. I use this. I leave this down here because not that much happens for me, so I don't mind if it's like really little. And then also I use SE Live Docs. This is what helps display my TikTok chat. And then also my I use Twitch chat here. Okay. And this is usually how I have my stuff. There's another window actually. Hold on. I need TikTok Stream Elements Canvas. This helps me do the vertical setup for TikTok streaming. Okay. So for this, it's basically the same as this. I have my different scenes. So this scene right now has nothing because I don't have a game open, so that's kind of hidden. And then I have like a text to say my username and then the game I'm playing. And then also you can have another scene here as well, right? Hope this makes sense so far. So let's go ahead and go into multi-streaming. Multi-streaming for me was a little bit harder to set up, specifically because TikTok makes it kind of hard, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, TikTok streaming, you kind of need a little bit of history for TikTok itself for them to say yes, basically. What you need is approval and you need access. And so I've heard some people say that they are able to do Atrium, that's another plugin, but that makes no sense to me because for that one you need a stream key, and to get a stream key you need to get it literally every single time because TikTok does a thing where they reset the stream key. Oh, I didn't tell you guys, most of you guys are probably going to start with Twitch first, right? Because TikTok is just too hard to start immediately. I think you just, there's like barriers you have to cross first, okay? So what you're gonna do is go on your Twitch, grab your stream key, just Google how to do that if you don't know how to do that, and then you input it right here, okay? Put your stream key in here, and then the moment you press start streaming, it's gonna stream to your Twitch. So you'll notice on your Twitch channel you'll be live, okay? And that's how that works. And so okay, for TikTok specifically, what was I saying? Yeah, stream key, it's almost impossible to get. I've had a million people, not that many. I've had a handful of people come to me and be like, oh, I don't know how to do it. Like, stream key doesn't work, yada yada, that's like impossible to get. I'm like, yeah, it's notoriously like impossible to get unless you like literally know somebody from Twitch who's willing to like grab that and get it for you. Or like you work with an agency, but most people don't, right? So, yeah, I did it through SE Live. So it's S, right? S Stream Elements SE.live. That's what I downloaded. and it allows me to have this TikTok chat here, Twitch chat, and then stream elements this. And what else? And I guess the access, right? So, oh, there's actually one thing I'm missing. Let's see where it is. That's the one thing I'm missing. Multi-streaming right here. Stream elements, multi-streaming, boom. Okay. This is how you add it. You just add it here, and then you do it, and then you connect it, right? The thing is, once you have TikTok on this, it's gonna pop out a little window where it says, oh, you need access to live stream to TikTok. And so it's gonna pop out the window. It's gonna be straight to TikTok. You're gonna log in, and then you just like apply for access, right? But that may take a while, so it's not gonna happen immediately. I've heard other people say that it's taken about a week. For me, it got approved, and even though it was approved, for some reason Stream Elements wasn't recognizing that it was approved, so I just kind of ran into a roadblock there. But like after like a few streams, it finally worked. If you complain about it to the universe, by the way, suddenly it'll work, okay? And that's what happened. It just wouldn't work for a while, and then it worked. But yeah, the waiting for approval might take a minute. That's I think everybody's biggest issue. But once you get approved, this is how you do it. You hit Twitch, right? Okay, well, I guess I need to relog in, sorry. I need to relog in and authorize it because I guess I might have closed it the other day. Or I closed it for you guys. Connection failed. Ugh. Okay, well, theoretically, you need to turn that on. See, there's just so much trouble, right? And then this should be fine. Okay, yeah. And then once you hit that, you hit start streaming. Okay. And then, yeah, stream title will be here. This is what the little title is. And then you put your category, and that's where it's gonna start directing traffic, right? It's gonna be like, okay, this person is playing Baldur's Gate 3, for example. And then, yeah, same thing for Twitch as well. That's where you change it. Theoretically, there should be another window here where it says Twitch, and then you just hit start streaming, and then boom, I'll be visible here as this vertical, and then visible here as this horizontal. So there's both, right? And yeah, basically this will be your TikTok stream, and then this will be your Twitch stream. And yeah, I hope that's helpful. I think that's all I really need to capture, right? Not capture it, but that's all I really need to encompass. But yeah, is that it? I think that should be it. If you have any questions, leave it down under. I'll try to answer it. But other than that, I guess good luck on your journey, guys. OBS was a bitch and a half to learn by myself. When I started for the very first time, I literally had no clue like how to do the other box bullshit and stuff like that. But starting up OBS was pretty simple in itself. So yeah, multi-streaming SE Live, it works, I swear. You'll run into issues like I do right now here. Boom, I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, you authorize it and then start your journey. Authorize it, get accepted, get access, and then dual stream. So yeah, pretty simple, I think. If you run into issues, honestly, just give up for the day and do it again another day. That's what I did, and it just worked eventually. So that might be the solution. Sad to say, some of you guys probably want it fixed like right then and there. That might not be the case, to be honest. So yeah, good luck, guys. Follow me at Manamui, I guess. Subscribe or whatever. I don't know. But fair warning, I don't usually look like this. Today I'm actually going to a concert later in the day, so I do look a little nicer today with a little bit of makeup. But usually I have glasses and I look like a nerd and stuff. So yeah, pop by anytime. Hope this was helpful. Bye. Have a good day. Make good choices. Okay, be good, my children. Bye.